Hey everyone, we're here today with my longtime friend Patrick, who's been kind enough to open up his garden to us and show us around a little bit, tell us what he's learning as he's started this adventure and what's going right and what's going wrong. So Patrick, man, thanks for having us out. We're excited to see what you've got going on. So come on everybody, David and Patrick are gonna show us around.
Patrick, it's great to be here. As soon as we pulled up, I knew this was going to be a good one because I love front yard gardens and it's everywhere, and I think you've got an open canvas here. So how long have you been here?
We've been here about 2 years, gardening for 3 or 4, I would say.
This is amazing. For 2 years, see, everybody loves to garden in the front yard. This is amazing that you've gotten all this done in 2 years. Let's look around a little bit. What did you do to prepare your ground?
So first we put down a tarp over the whole area, and we left that down for probably 6 to 8 weeks, so everything died underneath, and then we tilled a little bit and then laid down a big layer of compost.
And just planted right into it.
Yep.
Don't need a whole lot of equipment. You didn't have a tractor or anything. You just a shovel and a tiller.
Pretty much.
And are you the planner and the engineer here, or is Annie really the one that's the brains behind all of this?
Annie makes the plans and I dig the
You dig
holes.
the holes. That's usually the way it works out. Well, did you plant things that you like to eat, or did you just start with a blank slate and just decide to try something?
Our goal is to grow as much of our own food as we can, so we really only plant things that we intend to eat.
That's what everything looks like. It's pretty much food related, or herbs, even got an olive tree there. So I think your plans are great. For 2 years, I think this is remarkable. Let's walk around and look at how you did some of your beds and your spacings. Patrick, it looks like you got some of the three sisters going on in here, and that's what's good when you've got children. You've got your beans climbing up, some corn, and you got some squash under here, and it looks like it's butternut squash. You got right many that are just about right in here, and it looks like they're all the way down there to there. That's hard on an engineer to have it sort of chaotic like that, but
Yeah, we let them grow into the yard and we try to keep up with them. Do you know how long they store?
well, these here, they'll be ready to pick probably in another month, and they'll store 3 or 4 months easily. So you're going to be eating out of this garden all winter long, at least something. And if Annie will dry some of these peppers, or this beautiful basil over here, if you dry some of that, you'll be able to have something perhaps every day, even in the winter, out of this garden. Of course, you said you flipped some beds over here, so I presume you're saving those for some of the fall crops. You took up some potatoes, is that right? And then now you're thinking about collards or broccoli or something. Let's walk over there and look at that.
Yep, so this was one bed not too long ago, and yesterday we turned it into 2 narrower beds, so they're easier to work with. And we're going to be putting our broccoli and Brussels sprouts in one of them in an insect net tunnel, and then the other one will have a shade tunnel, and we'll try to grow as much lettuce as we can this summer.
Yeah, lettuce and spinach you can get an early start with a shade tunnel. You've already got some carrots. Did you already pull some carrots? You got?
Yep.
That's actually good carrots for July.
So
That's surprisingly nice carrots for July.
We pulled one long row of yaya carrots, and they're all in our fridge now, and we've been eating those. And I can't remember which ones these are, but we'll harvest them later in the year.
And down here, where you're not shading everything, towards the north, you've got your tall. And this is a Florida weave for your tomatoes. I guess you opted for that so it's compact and stands up straight and easy to harvest.
Yep, we've tried cages before, and we really prefer the Florida weave. It's a little easier for us to manage, and we can really keep them pretty vertical. And then when they get really tall, we kind of just let them do what they're going to do.
Snip them. Look at this beautiful basil along here. Basil's always great to plant near tomatoes, and you've got a whole row of it here.
We've got basil and marigolds at the bottom, and they're all doing pretty well.
I guess y'all don't eat okra?
We don't eat
The
okra.
okra's missing.
There's no okra
Look
here.
at the corn. Audrey brought some corn. This is some of the multicolored Indian corn that's right over here in the Three Sisters. Now, Annie, since you're the planter here, how much of this was from seed and how much of it was from plants? Can you remember?
Just about everything was from seeds. Patrick actually came to y'all's seed starting class. Was that this year or last year?
Oh, well, you came to one of the classes? Great.
Yeah, so we tried to start pretty much everything by seed, since our amount is getting larger and larger. We had a rough start. I think it was a mouse that was getting to
Oh.
our seedlings. And so we had to move stuff inside. We had it in our garage, but once we moved stuff inside, it really started to do well. But it was a little bit of a delayed start because of that.
Well, it's always good to remind yourself that this time of year, anything you're going to direct seed, you can do it in the garden. It doesn't have to be in the garage. Even if you wanted to direct seed your broccoli and Brussels sprouts, now is actually the time if you were going to seed it, if you didn't want to start them from cups.
Yeah, we're going to start them, get those in the ground tomorrow, actually.
That's great. Okay, Patrick, it's roses and thorns time now. What has been your rose? What have you really been surprised that has worked out well for you? What are you the most proud of?
I think our tomatoes have done well each year, and we've gotten a lot of sun golds. Last year they didn't do as well. We're hoping for them to do pretty well this year because we're trying to learn canning this year.
Yeah.
So
Get Mary Beth to help you.
Yeah.
My wife could teach you that.
And then our kind of thorns, I would say our Three Sisters bed didn't do as well as we hoped. The beans really pulled down the corn a lot, but we tried a different variety. I can't remember what it is, but it's struggled a little bit, but we have gotten some from it, so we're going to dry it out and use it for tortillas, I think.
Sure. Well, as I said earlier, I love front yard gardens. Being so close to a street in this wonderful neighborhood, when you're working out here, do you get any interest from people that are walking by?
We do. A lot of people ask us about it. The blue tubes get the most attention.
The grapes?
One person thought we had pool noodles in our front yard and they didn't know why.
Well, it's a great way to meet your neighbors and to meet your friends. And I'm just amazed that you don't have deer in this beautiful neighborhood. But if this were in my yard, it'd be devastated. That's why we fight the deer with the fence.
There are deer here. They haven't found our stuff yet, so I'm sure that's coming.
And that's wonderful. Well, we just think it's a great garden, and this is something we're going to try to do. Go and see a few other customers' gardens and put it on the YouTube and let it go viral and let everybody learn. It's just a lot of fun, and we are most appreciative for you letting us to come.
Yeah, glad you guys are here.
Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate you letting me come, baby doll.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.